Before I went on The Bachelor, I had no issues with my body, my hair color, anything. I was just happy. I remember watching the episodes and then being on Twitter and seeing the things that people would say. I remember thinking, wow, people are ruthless out here. I'm Becca Tilley, and today I'm Unfiltered. I'm taking off all my makeup and I'm answering some questions. If I were to describe myself in a few words, I would say I'm loyal, generous, confident. My signature style, I always hope to have a little bit of a Jennifer Aniston flair, if that makes sense. Like, she's just all-time classic. But my personal style can go from a super oversized t-shirt to heels and a mini dress, so I kind of am all over the place. It's my own thing. My first memory of makeup, I was probably 12, and I had this pink lip gloss that my mom let me wear. I also remember having like that frosted pinkish purple lipstick that was not flattering on any skin tone. And then I slowly got to wear mascara, and that was before I over-tweezed my eyebrows to a line. I was born in Louisiana, and I was from a decent-sized city, and it was all I ever knew. I'm one of 5 kids, so I grew up in a big family, and we were all super close. So I always had my family as my closest friends. And my friend group in high school, one of my best friends, Laura, who actually is the one who nominated me to go on The Bachelor, is still one of my best friends to this day. She's been a fan of The Bachelor since the first season. And she'd be like, we have to get you on the show. You know, I was like, I am not going on that show. That is the weirdest thing ever. Dating multiple people, it's not for me. And I was flying somewhere, and I got off the plane, and I had a voicemail. And he was like, hi, this is Scott from The Bachelor. Your friend Laura nominated you. My initial thought was no. And I texted her, I'm like, what the heck? I just got a call from The Bachelor. She was like, you have to do it. So it all spiraled from there. But I didn't have a serious boyfriend before I went on the show, and that was kind of a huge part of my storyline.
Hi.
How are you? I still say to this day, 2 of the best years and times of my life were being on The Bachelor, both seasons. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't excited to be here. I think I went into it with the mindset of, you know, if this is meant to be with this person, then it's meant to be, and I'm gonna embrace this time that I have and try not to overthink it or stress about it. And it's a bizarre feeling to become friends with people who are dating the same person as you. It's not a natural setting in the sense you're watching it all happen around you, but I made some of the closest friendships, you know, I've had because of the show, so I'm really thankful. JoJo is, I don't even know where she is in the world right now, but we text back and forth. It'll be random stuff too. We won't talk for a few days, and then she'll text me and be like, what's the best pizza delivery place? And I'm like, got you on that. Before I went on The Bachelor, I had no issues with my body. I had no issues with my hair color, anything. I was just happy. I remember watching the episodes and then being on Twitter and seeing the things that people would say about, even if it was down to my voice, anything you can think of, they would have a comment about it. I remember people saying my teeth were too big for my face and I got veneers, and I don't have veneers. They're my real teeth. And so I remember thinking, wow, people are ruthless out here. It was interesting because following my 2 seasons of The Bachelor, the social media aspect of things hadn't been a focus. The only thing that changed for me was that people came up and said hi and asked for a photo. Then after The Bachelor, I was in a public relationship and posted about everything about it on Instagram and YouTube or wherever. And when we broke up, there was this pressure that I felt just about letting people down who were rooting for my relationship. And I remember thinking, this doesn't feel like, I don't feel safe just being honest and real, because I don't know what people are going to say or what assumptions they're going to make. And so I kind of decided after that that was something that I could protect, and when it felt time to talk about it, that I could talk about it, but I didn't feel this like need like I did before. When I struggled really bad with acne, and I didn't want to talk about it because all of my photos I had smoothed out and no one knew that I was like having severe acne. And it was a moment of being like, okay, I'm ready to talk about this because I'm tired of trying to act like my skin is great and it looks perfect all the time, because it's not real. It's so interesting that just being honest and real is considered being so brave now, because you're opening yourself to opinions from people behind a screen who don't know you, who literally can say whatever they want about you without any consequences. And it is brave because you're opening yourself up to more criticism than you've already criticized yourself on the topic. Well, you just have to know, like, if you're going to share something so personal about your life, your dating relationship, or really anything, that you have to be ready that people are going to have opinion. When I post a photo and I get 100 nice things said about me and I get one rude thing said about me, for some reason, I dwell on the one rude thing. You have to be ready to handle the bad. Like, you have to be prepared to go, they don't know me, they don't know the situation, and that's, if they want to have that attitude, then they can have that attitude. I did a post recently about just, I think, my struggles in general about confidence, and it was kind of a stem from I've gained weight recently, and I think you just go through this, you scroll and you're like, I need that hair color, I need that face, I need that body type. And I had this moment of thinking, this is so, I just had to put my phone down because I was like, this is getting, it's such a destructive mentality to get into. I'm kind of tired of having to think about what I can do to deflect what's really going on. And so I just talked about what was like going on really in my head. And I got such a huge response from it. And people saying, this made me feel so normal, and made me feel like I'm not alone. And I realized that sometimes if you just kind of open yourself up to what scares you and what makes you feel the most open and vulnerable and raw, it can really help you, but also help other people, which is sometimes a better feeling than helping yourself.
Can you tease anything from this? Are you seeing anyone? Are you excited about anything right now?
I'm very happy in my personal life and my professional life. Yeah. The lifelong partnership scares me a little bit. I just want to be with someone who I'm excited to see every day in some capacity. You know, like, I get home from a long day and they make me still feel excited. Even if, no matter how tired I am, I'm still happy to see them. My favorite compliment is that I'm kind. I think that's one of my favorite qualities about anyone that I meet, how they treat people who can't do anything for them.
Thanks, Becca.
Thank you.
Are fantastic.
Thank you so much for having me. Work on this. You look really lovely. I can't wait to see it all done.